Добрый вечер, Subotica. Um, Sanya, by the way, this recording is from my sister in Serbia who don't speak Swedish, and I thought maybe she's curious about what I'm recording and what I'm speaking about in Swedish. I'm just yapping on and being really angry and aggravated, and she's thinking, oh, he has a nice shirt now. Oh, this is what my brother looks like. This is what your brother looks like, Sanya. But by the way, it's about the political differences in Sweden right now, and there's a right-wing politician that we had some differences between the political parties, and some of the somewhat right had differences with the somewhat left in the and the guy from the real right, he said he doesn't agree with the amount of immigrants we're gonna let into Sweden, and I'm all in favor of letting people into Sweden, because if people travel from a long distance to Sweden and want to come inside to my country to seek refuge, yeah, that's where I put it. I'm honored, because if this is where you want to live and this is where you feel safe, you're welcome. Of course, you're welcome. It doesn't matter where you're from or why you have to hide. You know what I mean? It's about being able to help people when you can help people, and you can't deny people help when you're able to, because we're very much able to help people who are in the desperate need of help. Anyone who says different, they're not thinking straight. That's how it is. And according to me, that's a fact. So that's what the argument is all about. And these politicians, he said, the right wing, Jebiga, he said, this means war, because the Social Democrats said they're changing the way, they're changing their opinion according to regarding the amount of immigrants we're going to let into Sweden. And the right-wing guy, he says that this means war. And that's what I'm really... I get angry about that, because you can't say this means war. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, you're the one. Because you've had war in your country. And you know all about it, too much about it. You grew up during the war. And this country that I'm living in, we haven't had war in over 200 years or more. I haven't counted, I haven't checked it up, I haven't Googled it, and I don't give a shit in the exact numbers, because it's been a really long time. Because Sweden, we don't have war in this country. We go to other countries and we fight wars there, and we say that oh, it's a peacekeeping action. Yeah, really. Then why do we still make money out of this peacekeeping action? Then it's not peacekeeping, then it's money making action, and that's the difference. Then it's not about peacekeeping, it's about money making, and that's what disgusts me. It makes me fucking puke, and that's what it's all about. And this guy, when he says this means war, you can't, as a elected politician, that's not what your voters or what your supporters should expect, because they should expect that this should be an intelligent being, a guy who should represent the citizens, the citizens that are voting for him that says, okay, we think you're a smart guy. We think that you're a guy who could make our voice heard. But he don't. Instead, he just keeps on behaving like a fucking maniac. And everybody, yeah, well, at least he says what the people wants him to say. He says what everybody's thinking about. That's not always good. And he's not supposed to say what everybody's thinking, because what everybody's thinking is the wrong words. That's why he's elected, to say something better and to make his party come up with something that's better than what people what people are used to saying. You know what I mean? And when he says this means war, it's the opposite. It shouldn't be war. It should be peace. This should be peace instead of fighting. Politicians shouldn't fight. They should make peace. That's what they're all about. That's what they should be all about. It's because they should be making peace, not making any more trouble, making any more difficulties, or any more, how do you put it? Just enlarging the gap between the social differences. Doesn't make anything better, just fuck things up even worse. This is what this is all about, but with a comic relief kind of touch. And I can't really translate that, but I think you know what I mean. And I'm referring to Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, because it somewhat sounds like that. You know, when Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, they had these differences with the pianos, and they said, this means war. And he somewhat sounds like that, and that's not good. A politician shouldn't sound like a cartoon. It's, what the fuck? This is what we come to? In 2020, this is what we do. We sound like a cartoon on chemical drugs. What the fuck has happened? This is what it's about. And that's what aggravates me, and that's what somewhat scares me, actually. So that's what I was talking about. All my love.